Guys, happy late Thanksgiving. I am sick, so I think I'm sick. I don't know. I'm like fucking congested as shit since yesterday, so I think I am sick. I don't know, but it's annoying me. So excuse my sickness, sound, and dyingness of death. Like my Spider-Man shirt. I am so cute. Okay, so let's get to it. Hop Madness or Knock Madness. Hopsin. I've listened to Hopsin since his very first album, not Raw, but Moonlight, and Hopsin has always been an interesting artist to me because I think that he has great talent, but he also has flaws that he just doesn't seem to want to fix. One of my biggest issues on this album is something that was better done on his first album. But anyway, let's get right into the album. It opens up with These Fiends Are Knocking, which is a good song. It basically goes over what Hopsin has been doing over the years and how fans kind of reacted to how long it is taking him to actually release a damn song or an album. And my favorite verse is definitely the second, because I can see a lot of his fans are crazy, but that's any fans really, and he mimics them perfectly because they're just going insane. They're like, "Where are you, Hopsin? What are you doing? You were my idol." Blah 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 blah. Basically, stands of Hopsin, and he's a guy. Okay, Marcus, that's his name, is an entertainer, and yes, he took a little long on his album, but he wanted to get his name around. You know, he was going on tour a lot and getting his name out and building his brand, and now he has other people. I don't know how big Swizz is. He's not really that great anyway, but I don't know how big he is. But like Dizzy Wright is pretty big now, or getting there. And Darren whatever had positive reviews on his review. So, you know, he's building something bigger than just a single artist. You know, artists come up and then they die out, like always. Obviously, that isn't the case with Hopsin, as he has a #1 sales on both iTunes and Google. So people still bought his CD. They still like him. So The Fiends Are Knocking is a good introduction to, hey, I am back and I am ready to rap. Give me the pen and pad. Fuck all of you, you know? It's a good track. My main problem with it is probably the chorus. Didn't really feel it at all. And that's probably the biggest issue on this album, is the choruses and the beats. But the beat actually on this one's not bad. The verses have very minimal corny lines. That's another thing he seems to suffer from at times. But overall, it's not a bad track. I liked it. I think it was a good introduction and a good opening. Probably my favorite opening of all the albums he has. Next is Hop Is Back. You probably heard this one or seen the music video. Music video definitely helps the song because visually it's funny as fuck, especially the third verse. When I first heard it, I thought it was good, but not great. The more I listen, the more I like it a lot. This is one of the choruses I do like. It's very catchy. Hop is back, motherfucker. And then just love the way he's like, you know, the chorus when it picks up, where he's like, you can get it, they can get it. You know, it's just very catchy. So overall, I like the chorus. Verses, I would say the first verse is really solid. The second verse is kind of weak. Third verse is funny. So overall, it reminds me a lot of Sag My Pants. It's a good, fun track. Kind of gets you who Hopsin is. You'll hear some corny lines like "slithered and poop." Dude, what the fuck? Come on. But at the same time, you'll hear some great lines. The Kanye line was just fucking great. The hologram line, sick. Shit like that, you know? So, overall, good single, you know, track. Who's There? That's the third one, right? That's with Dizzy Wright and whatever that dude's name is, Jared. I don't want to sound disrespectful because I actually think his verse is the best one on this fucking track. The dude, I can't say his name, Jared Benton or whatever. His verse is solid. He's the first one up and real solid. He comes in real strong, real vicious. Love his flow on this. Dizzy seems out of place on this. Dizzy's more of a chill rapper, talking about weed a lot, you know, chilling in the in the crib, getting high, motherfucker, you know? So when he comes on this track that's hyped up, yo, motherfucker, he just doesn't sound, he's like, yeah, motherfucker, you gotta get it. Oh, he sounds like fucking Snoop Dogg trying to rap hard, you know? That's his problem. But, Dizzy was okay. Hopsin came off, yeah, pretty good. Kind of short verses for him. And, the chorus was awesome. Love it. Knock, knock, who's there? Love it, love it, love it. Beat is good, too. No, like I said, Hop is back. Who's there? Both really solid beats. So, what comes next? Tears of Snow. This seems to be a fan favorite right now. So, I do not like this beat. And I don't like the chorus. It's actually really annoying chorus. It's fucking hard to hear the first couple of times. And then when you do, it's kind of corny. Just don't like the chorus at all. But the verses. The first verse was solid. You know, he's talking about the girlfriend issues and stuff. Second verse is where I really like. And the third verse is good too. So, subject-wise, it's very cool. Hopsin's always been very self-aware. He's always been a very personal rapper. So, I did like the verses a lot. Chorus sucked, though. I mean, it fucking... Oh, man. I just don't like this chorus. I really don't like this chorus. Probably one of my least favorite choruses on the album. And the beat is just okay. It sounds very, very generic or samey as his others. So I wasn't impressed by this beat. But yeah, it's good subject matter. Rip Your Heart Out. I like it. I don't love the beat, but I do love the chorus. This is what I'm talking about. Hopsin has really great potential sometimes with choruses, and this is one of them. This is one of them. He kills that shit. And it's not just the first or second part, of course. It's both parts that make it. It's the very smooth first part to the second part. I rip your motherfucking heart out. It's just the combination of the two that makes it great. Tech 9. Dude, that's the problem with Tech 9. His albums to me are always good, but not great. But when he is featured on a song, just throw your shit away. Throw your fucking... Just give up. The dude is sick. I'm sorry, I'm blowing my nose while talking. I'm trying to breathe. Anyway. Tech 9 kills it. Hopsin's first verse is good. That fucking Ash Ketchum line is so stupid. But his second verse is much better. You know, he tries to have this Tech 9 flow and stuff. Liked it. Much better. Just better than the first verse. But overall, good song. You can rock your head to it in the car. It's sick. Overall, like it a lot. Oh, this one. Tray Flip. Oh, I'm skipping this. Worst track he has ever done. I hate his flow on this. I know people think it's good. I think it sucks. His chorus. I hate this whole song. Subject matter skateboarding. What the fuck, man? This shit sucks. Sucks. Shittiest song ever. 7. Give me this money or give me that money. I love this song. I love this song because it's funny. It's funny because that's what Hopsin is. He's very funny. This is why people call him the Black Eminem, because he can be really funny at times. And Give Me That Money is perfect. Perfect Hopsin. Reminds me of Baby Daddy and stuff like that because it's very funny. And these stories sound true. Whether they are or not, we don't know Hopsin or Marcus. Or, you know, we don't know if this happened. But if it did, it's pretty funny. The second verse is in particular my favorite when he's talking about the Spanish girl. It is hysterical. And the chorus is great. The beat is good. Nothing phenomenal. And see, as you can see, I keep saying the beats are just good or shit because that's what they mostly are. None of them are phenomenal. What the fuck's up with that, dude? But, yeah, it's a solid track. Definitely love the chorus. I Need Help. Love this chorus is excellent. This is what I'm talking about. When he hits the melody right and does it good, the chorus is just some of the best. Subject matter, it's good. Of course, he's talking about dealing with both Hopsin and himself, but not in a very slow, sad manner. He's kind of just like crazy, like aggressive on this, and I like it. But good track. But what comes next is Hip Hop Sinister. This is usually regarded as the best track on the album so far, as I've seen on Facebook and rap forums. I would agree in a lot of sense. the verses are quality. You know, there's a couple of corny lines, but that George Zimmerman line, holy shit. One of my favorite fucking rap lines of Vicious. It is in one, basically. Great lines in the first verses. The George Zimmerman line, which is a great line. You know, there's a couple of really good highlights on the second verse, but how he finishes the third verse is also beautiful. So overall, I really enjoyed the verses on this. The chorus sucks fucking dick. The problem with the chorus here is I hate the voice he uses on this. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Hip hop sinister. He sounds like a mentally challenged kid, and he's admit that he was a mentally challenged kid at times. So it could be his inner self, but shit chorus, man, shit chorus. But overall, verses are really high up there. Good Guys Get Left Behind, another funny track. The verses are solid though, kind of repeats like his old, very similar to his old songs. I love the chorus. I think it's very catchy and fun. The beat's okay again. So it's a decent song. Give it like a 6.5. Bad Matters freestyle. This is the definition of what I mean when Hopsin has some really corny as fuck lines, and you can see a lot in here. There's some good ones, but there's also a lot of corny ones. Even my girlfriend who's sitting in the car is like, is this dude for real? I mean, it's some really corny shit. And I find it really funny because he actually addresses in his first song that he thinks some of his shit is corny or not worth doing. So he is definitely self-aware that he can be really corny. And that's kind of evident in this song. But it's a freestyle. It's not bad. I enjoyed it. It's really short. So, Old Friend. Okay, I gotta listen to it because I don't remember this song. Oh, Ill Mind. Oh, it's okay. It's very similar to Crystal. What's his name? Crystal Meth or whatever the first song on his first album, Moonlight. Very solid song. One of my favorite on that album, and it's okay here. It's good storytelling though. Their verse is it sounds very forced, like fake emotion. Could be wrong. This is his song, but it just doesn't sound real to me, you know. But overall, if you're looking for a song to talk about how bad drugs can fuck you over or your friends, this is definitely a song to listen to if you want your friend to get the fuck off drugs. So yeah, it's okay. Still Got Love for You. I like this song a lot because of the beat. It's one of the better beats on it. The chorus is really solid as well. And the verses are actually good. He has some really sick flow at the end of a lot of these verses. I can't do it because I can't rap as well as him, but it's definitely really good. I love the fact when he does this like melody rap at the end of each verse. It's really fucking slick. And like I said, I love the chorus and I like the beat. So this is probably one of my favorite songs on the album just because it's an overall great package for a song. Jungle Bash is actually one of the other songs that I like the beat a lot. The verses, especially the third verse, sucks. Let's be honest. But what's surprising here is the chorus is decent, but the verse from Hops is good. Swiss's verse is sick. I liked it a lot, and I don't like Swizz or whatever the fuck his name is because he always has this high-pitched fucking annoying voice. Like, it's worse than Lil Wayne's, but it's his voice sounds okay on this, and his flow is phenomenal. His flow is always good, and he doesn't really have too many corny punchlines. So overall, I enjoy this song. I think it's a cool reunion song for these two guys, so I liked it a lot. But the chorus is kind of long and annoying. We got next, Lunchtime Cypher. This is another one people really like, and I would agree. It feels very old school, think like 8 Mile with the freestyle shit, and I liked it. Hopsin's verse is extremely long, but he actually has some really good punchlines and puns and shit. The next two guys just killed it. I don't know these guys, but they're good. They make me want to go look this shit up. It was pretty good, especially the second guy. I like his verse. The last guy is good too, don't get me wrong. The last guy probably has the best flow, but the second guy has some of the best lines. I love the he says a certain line that just killed me, but I forgot what it was. But anyway, good song. Good old school, like the chorus even. I like the beat. Good shit. Dream Forever. Didn't really like it that much. It's kind of corny. It's nowhere near Heather or whatever, Heather Nicole. Because that song is far above this. I think that's what he was trying to recreate here. It's corny. It's for the girls. It's fucking corny. What's My Purpose? This is a song that I think is very forced. I think he said a lot. He talked about it on Nocturnal Rainbows, and he talked about it in Ill Mind 5. There's really not much else to go over, but he keeps talking about how people are stupid and blah, 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 blah. We get it. And it's not really that great of a song. It's not. It's not really tightly written. It's okay at best. And then 18, Caught in the Rain. Good album finisher. He kind of says that he's done with rap, but we know that's not true. And it's not a great finisher. It's kind of this like see you later song, and it's decent like closer. But I expected more. I really liked the Raw's finisher a lot. I thought it was funny and different. And this was not. This was kind of just like a regular rap closer, you know? So, yeah. Overall, the album is... I know it sounds like I didn't really enjoy it. I do. I played it about 10 times now. And I do enjoy it. I think it's a solid rap album and a solid follow-up to Raw. Raw kind of came out as a surprise to a lot of people. I was listening to Moonlight before Raw. And I liked Moonlight, but I saw that it was kind of wasting a lot of corny songs. Raw was a lot more developed, a lot more characteristic in his Hopsin persona, and it was enjoyable. You know, Raw was really good, save like one or two songs. This album doesn't have as much consistency, or actually it might have more consistency, but no knockouts. There's not one song on here I would give it 10 or even a 9. There's a couple of, you know, great songs I'd give like an 8 or an 8.5, but the majority are in the 6 to 7 range, and a couple are like the 4 to 3. There's no knockouts. There's not a song on here I'm like, this is one of his best songs ever. There's just not. So overall, probably give it about 7. It's good, solid album, but if you're expecting phenomenal, you're not going to get it here. It's just not there. Hopsin did not deliver, but he delivered a good follow-up, solid, but definitely not a knockout like people were hoping. So Hopsin, what I think you need to do, man, is head back to the lab, kind of think over your reconstructed, make an album for you. A lot of these songs sound like you made an album for fans, and try to recreate what you like to create, because that's what I think you did with Raw, and it was a better album.
I tried to find a spark to spit, but there's no urges inside of me for me to pursue it. Some people think that I'm stupid, but don't judge if you ain't went through it. I'm out. Fame can make you insane, it's so strange. Every day I feel I'm caught in the rain. Only very few have walked in my shoes. I sit alone in my room, feeling so damn confused, cause I don't know who the hell I am. Fame can make you insane, it's so strange. Every day I feel I'm caught in the rain. Only very few have walked in my shoes. I sit alone in my room, feeling so damn confused, cause I don't know who the hell I am. Fame can make you insane, it's so strange. Every day I feel I'm caught in the rain. Only very few have walked in my shoes. I sit alone in my room, feeling so damn confused, cause I don't know who the hell I am.